Now, BYD Philippines has a gaggle of models right here in the Philippines. But whenever anyone asks me, does BYD have a 7-seater? I keep telling them, well, they've got a small hatchback, they've got a large SUV, but fortunately, no 7-seater MPVs. Now it's different. What's going on, guys? Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph, and today we'll be taking a first look at the BYD eMAX 7. So let's start off with the exterior of the BYD eMAX 7. Right here in the front, you'd notice a lot of features and similarities with the BYD Atto 3, and that is a good thing. In fact, this features a lot of the more refreshed aspects of the Atto 3. Example, we got the lower grille right here. Looks nice. The BYD badge right here is on the forefront of this nice brushed aluminum look, and the hood kind of overflows right here to the front. You got LED headlamps, which is nice, and the overall look really screams MPV, but at the same time, you know, it's an electric vehicle. Compared to other MPVs in the market today, it features a lot more sleek, a lot more sportier design, in my opinion. And yes, if you want to look different while carrying your family, your friends, your dogs, your tito, your tita, right here inside, it's no problem with the BYD eMAX 7. Right here on the side, you got 17-inch alloy wheels. The wider wheel wells here, the side walls, add to more comfort, and you've got 170 millimeters of ground clearance. Now, you might be asking, why just 170 millimeters of ground clearance? Well, 170 millimeters is just good enough to make sure that you pass through some small floods, some road imperfections, but not too high that it gets very difficult to get inside. It's not an SUV, guys, it's an MPV. So if you want to bring in your Lola with you and getting inside here, shouldn't be a problem because of the easy way to get inside. The doors open to an almost 45-degree angle right here, as well as on the back. There we go. See some really wide opening doors, which is very important. You got some nice character lines flowing from the headlamps all the way to the back right here, as well as the lower belt line. It adds a little bit more heft to the overall design. This is the top of the line superior captain package, so you've got some roof rails on top, but if you do get the lower end model, you won't get those roof rails. This is a good idea, maybe if you could put some bikes on top, if you want to put some luggage racks there, here and there, and taking this out on a trip out of town shouldn't be a problem too. You got 360-degree cameras working all around, but at the same time, you got some sensors here in the front and in the back, and BYD says it's got millimeter wave technology. You also have four-wheel disc brakes right here, and you might be asking, does the BYD eMAX 7 have enough space? It says it right here on the on the rear quarter panel. Yes, it does have space right here in the back, whether it's cargo space or even more people space, shouldn't be a problem. So right here, you won't find any gas fillers or gas tanks. You would find a charging port. Being the top of the line model, you got a faster charging capacity. AC charging would reach about 6.6 kilowatts. This one, with the fast charging DC, up to 115 kilowatts. That means if you charge your BYD eMAX 7 in a fast charger that reaches up to 120, 115 kilowatts, it goes from 0 to 80, or should I say 20% to 80% in just 28 minutes. That's really quick. So right here in the back, a lot more design details that shares itself with all of the other BYD vehicles. It creates some sort of corporate design that doesn't leave you left out in case no matter what BYD vehicle you buy. And I think this looks really handsome. You got this whole light bar running throughout the entire back. EV lets everyone know that you are driving an electric vehicle, and the BYD eMAX 7 badge. Shark's fin antenna, don't forget about the shark's fin antenna, and a chunky looking spoiler up top. Now, being the top of the line model, you've got an electronic power tailgate. If you do get the lower end model, you would get a manual tailgate, which is not really a problem. It gives you all the space right here in the back. Even with the third row seats up, you still have a lot of space to put your bags in, your luggage, and you got more cubby holes right here as well. And if you need even more space, just fold these rear seats down. They fold in a 50-50 split configuration. There. Wow. It's So when it says it's got space, you do have space to work with. Let's just put the seats up again because I want to test the space later as I sit right there. All right, so we're inside the BYD eMAX 7, and you've got a lot of BYD bits and pieces right here. That's definitely a welcome addition. You've got some nice soft touch materials right here on top of the dashboard, but it got a nice design here in the middle as well. Of course, the prerequisite huge social infotainment system that swivels. You got a telescopic and adjustable steering wheel right here. The biggest highlight here, though, are the gauges. You got analog gauges right here in the front. Now, usually with EVs, you got fully digital gauges. So on the left side, you've got this gauge for your electric meter. You know exactly how much electricity you're using at any particular time, and of course your speedometer. Everything is nicely set up. I mean, you got a wireless charger right here, as well as a nice chubby little shifter at the bottom, and all your controls are there as well. This is a nice addition here. This is the BYD microphone. You can actually use this and pair this with the screen here to use it for karaoke purposes, only for the passengers though, and only when you're parked. Again, this is just going to be a first look. It's pretty well made, the build quality is definitely top notch, as with all BYD vehicles, and you're definitely going to enjoy this. But I want to check out the rear and see what's what, because that's the star of the show right here. Those second row captain seats and a third row seat space as well. So let's check it out. The second row passengers will get to enjoy these nice captain seats. Unfortunately, they are not electronically powered, or nor they are ventilated, but they're very firm and they're very supportive and comfortable, perfect for long drives. You do have some toys to play with here though. You got an AC control button right here, two USB ports, one USB-A and USB-C, map pockets on both sides, as well as smaller pockets for your phones, and a huge panoramic sunroof. Now on the outside, the BYD eMAX 7 might not be the biggest in its class. It's got a 2,800 millimeter wheelbase, which is definitely class leading, especially when you compare it to other MPVs in the market. And for me, sitting behind my own driving position right here, I still have some space right here for my knees and my feet because of this fairly flat floor right here at the bottom. Also, you got this huge panoramic sunroof to enjoy the evening sun. And when I say evening sun, not right now when it's really bright and hot. I'd rather have it closed, but it adds a little bit more space to the interior. At least that's how it feels. So for me to get to the third row, let's just scoot over right here to the back. Oh, this is a surprise. I mean, because there is no seat right here in the middle, I'm able to at least fit myself right here in the back, which is nice. I mean, I have space for my legs. I mean, check this out. I've got space for my legs, my knees, and even my feet. I even got cup holders right here to work with. Unfortunately, no 5-volt or 12-volt socket that I can see, or USB ports, but we'll check that out in a full review. But here, this is definitely not bad. But let's take this out for a spin and see how an electric 7-seater MPV works out. All right, so we're now behind the wheel of the BYD eMAX 7. This is just going to be our first drive, our first look, so don't expect a lot of, a lot of things about, a lot of opinions about the drive, because this is actually our first time driving it. And initial impressions, it actually feels like you're driving in a normal MPV. And I think that is all right. I mean, that's what it's trying to achieve, at least. I mean, with EVs, with their instantaneous torque, definitely might not be the best option for a family vehicle, especially if you're looking for something that your family might be driving. They might be thinking you're driving too fast and all that. This, it's smooth. Everything seems to be coming in linearly. The power is just right there, easy, but you know it's got the power. Speaking of power, there are two variants again of the BYD eMAX 7. You've got the Superior and the Standard. The Standard comes at 163 horsepower and 310 newton meters of torque, while the Superior has 204 horsepower and the same amount of torque. The difference between the two models, though, the two variants, is the size of the battery. So you've got a 55.4 kilowatt hour battery in the Standard, which means that it's got a lower range as well as a lower horsepower rating. That's why it has that, as well as a 71.8 kilowatt hour battery and this bad boy right here. So with this, you can go up to 530 kilometers in a single charge and 420 kilometers with the standard. And again, like I mentioned earlier, you can definitely fast charge these vehicles in a DC fast charger from 20 to 80% in just 28 minutes. So topping it off should not be a problem. I mean, realistically speaking, you won't be driving around out of town below 20% anyway. I mean, especially if you're using this in the city, you'd have a lot of, you can charge it at home. This comes with a free charger, by the way, and you can charge whatever you want to be, whether in a mall or a gas station that has a fast charger in it. So in real life anyway, you won't be experiencing uh, that much low of a battery percentage. So range anxiety should be at least a little bit diminished because of that longer range this has. The one thing that BYD Philippines is proud about this MPV is that unlike other MPVs in the market today that exhibit suspension systems with a torsion bar in the back, this one has all-around independent suspension. You do have a little bit of responsiveness with the steering wheel, and because of that, you also have a pretty tight turning radius right here. As you can see, we're doing this quick U-turn. Just one switch, and you're good to go. That's good. Now, NVH is certainly above average. I mean, you can certainly feel some of the road noise that has got to do with those hard rolling tires right there. As of filming, BYD Philippines has not yet released official pricing, but they did release indicative pricing. So pricing for the BYD eMAX 7 should start at around 1.6 million pesos and can go to up to 1.8 million pesos. For an electric MPV that has this much features, this much power, I definitely think that's definitely going to disrupt the market, especially those well-known MPVs right there. But I know a lot of you people will still want to consider other MPVs, but the way I see it, people who would buy the BYD eMAX 7 are those future thinkers, forward-thinking people who know that this is the age of EVs, and those who appreciate the nice ride, the quiet, supple ride of an EV, and want to share that with their family. So I got some 7 seats right here. Thanks so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Leave us a comment in the comment section down below and tell us what you think about the BYD eMAX 7. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification icon so you wouldn't miss any of our videos. It's been Roy Robles from Zigwheels.Ph for our first drive of the BYD eMAX 7. I'll see you guys next time.